another episode of The Purpose Studio. Right now we're going for episode 2, and I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1, which was last week, right, girl?
Yes.
Alright, so today we have an amazing host. I would like to say this brother right here is such an inspiration. It's Mr. Ivan Ong, everybody. Let's give him a welcome.
What's up?
Alright, brother. Would you like to introduce yourself? You know, what you do, maybe your age, or you know, all this lovely stuff. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Okay, hi everybody. Again, thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah.
My name is Ivan Ong. My surname is Chinese. I am Chinese.
You are Chinese?
I'm mixed Iban. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I'm mixed Iban. So my mom's Iban, and I'm 32 this year. I'm still young. As you can see.
100%.
No. And I'm currently working full time as a pastor in the church. Yeah, youth pastor. Yes. And I dance too.
Yeah.
I think.
You do.
Yeah.
I think. Alright.
That's what I'm inspired by.
Yeah, and my okay, so and that's mostly what I'm doing right now. For the past 3 years, I'm a full time youth pastor. Yes.
Alright. Thank you so much for the introduction. Other than that, guys, today's topic is really interesting. It's regarding self-worth, but the whole title is called "Am I Worthy?" Right? This is a lot of questions that we've been hearing out there. Like lately, we've been like hearing, "Am I worthy? Am I good enough? Am I this, that?" And
That's right.
this all relates back to people wanting to be accepted.
Yeah.
Right? The feeling of rejection is real out there nowadays. And so yeah, I will just ask this first, one table, you know, I'll just ask, what comes through your mind when people say, "Am I worthy?" Or maybe for yourself, you know, what does it what comes to your mind when people say this?
Oh, me?
Oh, yes.
I thought it was like a good gompeng or something. Okay, what comes to my mind about the word worthy, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think a lot of things comes to my mind, to be honest. But of course, like we see how social media even is dictating our lifestyle of how we should be worthy. I think self-worth also is something that's very important, that we should actually see how are we able to actually love one another in that place. So for me, seeing yourself worthy is knowing when you can love somebody else too as yourself.
Right.
Wow.
I love this answer, guys. Alright, how about you, Doreen? What does go through your mind when worthy comes in?
Yeah, actually when our director suggests for this topic, actually when I read the chat, you know, it's like, oh, betul ka to? Betul ka cun ka yan aku? Macam am I? Sometimes like kita kan macam kita boleh bagi motivasi dengan orang lain, but at the same time we feel like, am I really worth it? You know, macam aku boleh, okay, Nat, you really worth. You don't have to be like this. You need this.
Kau boleh motivate orang lah, tapi when it comes to yourself macam fikir lah,
macam betul sih, ngam sih. Laki. Oh, sorry. Macam sorry.
Kena kan?
Saya dah macam
jangan kecam. Our last previous episode jangan kecam.
Bila aku dengar topik tu kan macam I really need motivation.
Correct.
Yeah, I need. It's not from me, but I need to listen from others too.
It's like a reflection.
Yeah.
To be honest, like when I got the email also, I was like, worthy? Betul kah? Bolehkah aku kelakar benda?
Yeah.
You know what? Like, okay, let's try this.
Seriously, I have no idea. I mean, seriously, no idea for this topic. But you know, I need something like motivate me to have my nilai something, nilai seseorang, you know, the value, okay? Kalau aku fikir balik kan, macam kita buat something, when we encourage people to do something, but we tak buat. Okay?
So it's walk the talk.
Yeah, walk the talk.
So I definitely get where Doreen is coming from. It's so easy to motivate people nowadays. It's so easy to just go on the phone or chat with someone, go on social media, say, hey, you're doing great, keep going, keep doing this. But when it comes to motivating ourselves or self-worth matter, in fact, we tend to lack this point of view lah. Like it's so hard. Like you wake up in the morning and then kelakar Sarawak lah, you puji diri. Like, you puji diri.
Wow, handsome aku pagi ni.
Tiba-tiba puji diri. Like, you tend to like hold back yourself because you feel like you're not worth it. If the question here is, if you are able to tell people that they are worthy, why can't you tell yourself? Because what you reflect on yourself is what you reflect back to others. Am I right? So I think it's such a self-reminder in BM.
Peringatan kepada diri sendiri.
Translation. Thank you guys. So yeah, it's definitely a self-reminder lah. Bangun awal pagi. That's why we actually started with episode 1 also, right? Waking up with a purpose. So if, like I said last week, if we don't wake up with a purpose or we don't start our day right, we would never, reach a goal, or we'll never reach somewhere that we want it to be. So that's kind of my perspective. We've been mentioning about self-worth and being worthy. Like I mentioned as well, being having this thought of being worthy and everything, or trying to motivate yourself, there's a sense of being prideful, right? And definitely there's a difference between being selfish and being there's a difference between selfish and self-worth. Okay, you can looking at like the definition of selfish means langsung tak kisah, langsung tak ni, langsung just keeping it all to yourself semua tu. And self-worth is also a completely different perspective or terms, right? So maybe we would like to look deeper into it. Maybe I'll ask you a question. When it comes to your mind, like we did say like the first beginning, worthy, right? Being worthy and everything. There are times, do you feel like you're being selfish or not when you talk about being worthy, or maybe you're trying to tell yourself things? You feel like you're selfish or not?
I guess if I were to look at myself before, I would feel that I am, because it is. I guess it's the mindset or the how to say this macam ni kau nanggap diri kau di depan it's like how you want to see yourself first. So before this I would go around like, okay, you know what, I'm better than everybody else. But actually that is a point where actually you can see it as selfish. But I would say like I'm just giving contoh lah, right? So like, but if I want to say self-worth, I am worthy of this, but in a way that I cannot do it just because I feel like I'm better than somebody else, or I feel that I can say better than you, or I feel that whatever it is, better than you. So it is more, I would say, if we don't look at self-worth really intently looking at it properly, or see the definition of it properly, we tend to be very angkoh lah, I think. Gampang diri ba? Bangga diri ba? Lampau. Bahasa Sarawak, I think it's a lot of that. I think right now, even of course, like I said just now earlier, I'm working as a pastor. Even going to teaching people playing basketball. So I'm a basketballer. Okay, I play basketball too. And right now I'm teaching some kids. Not teaching, not entirely
like a coach,
coaching them how to play.
Basketball.
So I keep on reminding them, I'm not teaching you because I'm better than you. I'm teaching you so that you can be a better version of yourself.
Correct.
So when you understand that, you know your worth, how you can play.
Correct.
Or how you can how you call that, invest, what's that word, how you can be involved.
Correct.
So so again, I think yeah, I don't want to say so much. I'm scared later all the things but I think it's more like wow, really it's just for us, for ourselves, we understand the worth that we have, that we can invest.
Correct.
Wow, that's the word. Invest.
Correct.
Like revelation for myself. But for them, they can be involved so that they can invest. So macam MLM. But not really. Yeah. But yeah, it's something along that line. I think that's
Right. So yeah, we just want to let the audience know that when we talk about self-worth, we're not talking about being selfish. Because a lot of people use the term of self-worth macam fikir dream pun je. Macam kau je yang pandai, kau je yang top, you know. So we don't want the audience to think that self-worth is just about yourself. But to be honest, self-worth is something that you project out of yourself into the world, right? So sometimes we can talk about your self-value and how you respect yourself is going to be how you respect others. You know, kalau you tak respect sendiri, like you keep on filling yourself with negativity, right? Macam you cannot do this lah. You're too weak, or you cannot do this certain things in life because you've never done it before. So you can say lah demotivate yourself. Tapi kalau you keluar dari rumah, you tiba-tiba boleh motivate orang, tiba-tiba boleh motivate ni. But you can't seem to let yourself know your own worth or famous. You can't let let yourself respect yourself before respecting others. And you want to talk about hey, this person should respect me, hey, this person should but you haven't respect yourself, you know. You haven't been allowing yourself to grow or nurture, right? And these are the questions and these are the thoughts that I believe all our youngsters out there are going through themselves. Am I right? Yeah. Maybe you want to talk more about it, Doreen?
Yeah. It's about kalau these kinds of mindset actually kita see through social media.
Correct.
Actually, Instagram and Facebook is very toxic.
Correct. The way that people use it, how they use it, right?
Because people only post something that is good to see, but not something good for them actually. Di sebalik gambar tu memang ada yang something yang bukan mereka themselves, you know. They just want to feel like they're worth for this photo.
What do you know? You know, like I want people to, like my photos, everybody, macam tu.
And comment something good, macam ya lah. And bila benda macam ya kan macam social media, actually boleh kita punya mindset, macam mana cakap ubah mindset kita macam kita mau diri kita lain. Tapi when we see, okay, I still not have rugby club and walk out, I really expect. But actually sebenarnya itu bukan kita. We just want to be someone else, but that's not good, you know. You understand me? You get it?
I think it's like we unconsciously we compete.
It's selfish human need, like macam
we unconsciously compare. Like let's say honestly I know Nat more than the crew, right? So, like I'm like let's say taking that example, right? If I look at Doreen's Instagram, right? Then I'm like, I'm better. So like, does Doreen know that you're competing with her? Like, no, right? So I mean, like,
your mind.
That's right. So it's how we actually set our macam motivate pula lah. You set your mind to it, okay? When you set your mind to it, you will understand your self-worth. It is, I would actually say, it's not more like it's respect, but respecting also have demands, right? But honoring does not, because you honor within man. Like when I see you, or I see her, or I see anybody else here, that for me, I learn to honor you because I understand the honor that I should have. Yeah, so when you bring honor, right, honor into the picture, it's greater than respect. I'm not saying that the respect is not the right word, but respect have a demand, right? So Sure.
Right choice of words.
Yes.
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 You have right choice of words. Okay.
Yes.
Honor, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Honor.
I've been hearing that a lot in the movie Mulan as well.
No.
Right? Honor your family.
This is your honor of your family. Okay.
So yeah, he's using better choice of words. Thank you so much for backing up on that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so going back on topic. So basically when I was trying to say about respecting, but it's better choice of word, honoring, it's because if we don't allow ourselves to grow or allow ourselves to, motivate in such a way or feeling, what's the word? You can say feeling positive lah in your day life. If you don't steward yourself in that position or that mindset, you are not gonna do well in motivating others also, because you're not doing it on yourself. You know what I mean? The way you steward your body, the way you steward your mind, it all matters. Your projection of maybe on social media, your projection of how you are in real life, people can see you.
Yeah.
Like, but this person different on social media. This person different in real life. That kind of thing. People are noticing the little things. Tidak lah. Bukan kamu. Ini example.
Okay, example So nanti boleh edit card Ada edit card dah. Okay.
No, what I'm trying to say is, guys, people definitely have that mindset already. Kalau orang tok bagus, aku mau jadi lebih bagus. Kalau orang tok menang in this competition, I tiba-tiba aku nak mau menang in this competition. So my message here is, don't compete lah. Don't compete with other people because maybe you have your different purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe you have your different role. Macam ni.
You have a different pathway than other people. Everybody direction. You cannot. I forever want to be a doctor because my friends are doctors right now. I mean, like.
But you're not into it, right?
Yeah, like I'm not into it. Like, what am I doing? No, you cannot. It is. How to say? You self-compete. You create such a competition here.
Correct.
Then even when you come out, right, your motivation is to win against others. But you cannot be against one another. You see? This is not pastoral cooking. Okay, but this is really, you cannot go against each other. So when you see, like, there's encouragement. Encouragement builds forth genuinity. Not genuinity. What's that word? Keaslian. Benda yang keluar sebab kau encouragekan one another kan, kaya benda nak keluar asli So as you see yourself genuine, right, you don't feel like you want to compete already. So I'll look at you like, man, I'm really proud of what you're doing.
It's support each other.
Yeah, like what she said just now, like I like the word you said, steward. Stewarding is like, steward lah, I serve, I give you, I help you, whichever it is, without getting payback, right? So when you steward or serve, right, we don't
expect anything back.
Don't demand respect, don't demand that you.
Jangan minta like, I want you to respect me like you.
I nak 1 million follower.
I reach 1 million followers.
If I reach 1 million follower, then I can do. That becomes to a point where you actually buy your followers.
And the question is, are they genuine?
Right. And what is your worth? Is your worth considered with robots, the bots, or genuine people who comes and say, hey Nat, hey Doreen, how are you? Talk with you.
So that's such a good message for you.
Because some of people, they're only like friends with orang yang sama level. The first time, I met Nat, right? It's our first meeting. On the spot, sama ke aku dengan si Daklo? Kenapa sih? Macam perangai sama ke? How I can mix and really sama dengan level si Daya. But actually, it's not about level. It's about how we actually care for each other.
That's right.
How we can connect. Like first episode, we keep on laughing. I don't know how this first episode will go in. Like before the recording start, right? We're like, oh no! I keep laughing. Nah, please stop it.
Now it's more tense.
Yeah, it's very very good. Macam kita boleh sama-sama
Yeah.
and care for each other lah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not about how many followers that you have.
Yeah.
Like I only have like 800 followers, but I have 2,000 followers. It's not actually like
Wow.
about a
She
follower.
counts.
No, just for example. That I'll check it.
Okay.
But yeah, I have terharu.
Ada orang kira follower dia.
I'll check it later.
No, terharu dia nampak lah berapa follow. I tak nampak berapa follow.
Yeah. Humility. That's right, people.
So humble.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. That feeling of your conscience telling you, aku sama level tak? Am I worthy enough to join these people? You know, that kind of question. I mean, this is a natural human mindset. I think I go through it myself. To be honest, when you said it, I was kind of afraid as well to meet you guys because I've never met them. I've never met. I mean, I've met Ryan. I've met him, of course. So I mean, that sense of humility where you feel like, am I worthy? Am I enough? You know, it definitely runs your mind. But to be honest,
Continue, sorry.
Yeah.
to be honest, if you don't allow yourself to adapt or support one another or like being able to care in that community or that friendship that you're going in, you won't allow yourself to grow lah as a person. Macam yeah. So yeah, stepping out of the box lah. I think, you know what I mean? Getting out of your box. You know?
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when I started working as a pastor, to be honest, because I'm in a place where I need to encourage others, you know, and somehow motivate,
Right.
or you know, give advice or
Right.
counsel people.
Right.
But a lot of times, this is my third year as a youth pastor, okay, and a lot of times I feel that bolehkah? Can I really actually encourage other people? You know, in my past, I was a drunkard for 9 years. I was a drug addict for 7 years. You know, and here in the place right now where I'm telling people, don't do this, but people will. I mean, like automatically for us, we are humans, right? So automatically for us, you will think, but they will remember who I am, who I was before, and. Sampai lah, you know, can I really reach out to
Can the message be out there?
Yeah, can I, when I tell you, don't do this, don't do that, or advise you, does it really close in, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, that's for that lah. Even working in a church, too, it has that kind of effect for me lah.
Right.
Sorry, yeah, I lagged for a while.
It's alright.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for sharing your testimony.
Yeah,
I mean,
short one.
Yeah, definitely when people look at us or look at anybody who's giving talks or motivation like this, they were like wanting to know who are you? You know, who
They will
are
look at your past.
who are you to motivate me?
Siapa you?
This kind of things.
Siapa?
Right. And it's alright. It's alright with all these questions. It's alright with all this wanting to know. Because we are humans. We want to know. We want to know what's the answers all the time. But
You need to ask why.
correct.
Yes.
And when you know the why, you know the objective. You know why you're doing it for a reason. Why you're doing it with a purpose. Right. So other than this, I think right now we just have to remind ourselves. Even if there are times where we don't feel worthy, allow ourselves to grow. And say, hey, you are worthy.
Yeah.
You know, you are able to do things in life that you thought you never could. And when you do have this perspective in your mindset, in your mind, you'll be able to share it with others.
Yeah.
You'll be able to contribute with wherever you are, at work, at home, even in church. Am I right?
Yeah.
So all these things plays a role. Alright, so right now we'd like to proceed to wanting to know more about Mr. Ivan here. Would you like to share a little bit of your testimony?
Okay. Again, I'm just very honored to be given this time for this. I'm not gonna do it long. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick short one about siapa I sebelum ini. Kenapa kita cakap macam ni tiba-tiba?
Tiba-tiba apa?
Tiba-tiba.
Ini language
Bukan kita tahu orang Sarawak kan? Jangan kesian orang. Okay, so before I was a pastor, okay, so again, like I said earlier during our conversations, this is my 3rd year as a youth pastor. This is my 8th year as a Christian. Yeah, so I came, I believed in God, I believed in Jesus 8 years ago, February 2012. Okay, but my life before that, okay, for the past 20, now I'm 32. So 8 years minus 8, 24. Okay, so for 24 years of my life, I've been looking, I've been seeking for a lot of things, a lot of, again, demanding. Like we talk about worth now, right? Yeah. So I demanded respect. I demanded a lot of approval,
right?
Because I was bullied when I was sekolah menengah. If you can believe it, I don't know lah. If you can see me, you know, badanku besar macam apa, right? Like I was bullied when I was Form 2, Form 3. I was bullied when I was younger. When I was in primary school, I was around. You know, if you see Pau before, Pau, bigger size. Okay, so I mean about that line, but then because after Form 5, after everything, I started to having this nightlife lah. But then stuck aku kelakar jam. So I started to my nightlife with friends that accepted me,
right?
You know, like, oh, hey, come on, join us lah. When you join us with this, blah blah blah, you can have this, blah blah blah. So I started drinking. I was already smoking since I was 7, 8 years old because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, in high school, everything is cool, right?
7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Since
7 years old.
Okay, so yeah, and since primary school lah, and I felt I was so cool that I was addicted to porn. Okay, I was a porn addict, and I knew porn since I was like 8, 7 years old. I thought it was so cool, you know. I got bring like magazines to school. This is confession, okay?
Confession time.
Jangan marah. Okay, so cut the story short. When I started going to clubs, then that's where I got into drugs, into unhealthy lifestyle, relationships, and everything. And I started doing drugs since then. 7 years. I was dealing and I was addicted to it. I don't know how to explain to you how kurus I was, but I was very kurus. Okay, I'm a healthy man now. But last time, wow, really like skeleton walking, you know. Okay, but then after that, I really went into a mess. Money gone, everything gone. My family started to break up and stuff, and that's where I found truth. That's where I found God. And I'm not being preachy, but God really saved my life. You know, my debts are paid. I don't know how my family is restored. That we all stopped gambling, we all stopped drinking, stopped doing weird things, and it has been 8 years since, and I am here right now. I can't believe that I'm a pastor. To be honest, I'm like, what in the world? Like, you want to be a pastor? You know, for 8 years, people asking me the same question: can pastor married? Can or not? You sure? You marry this one? You do this job? You cannot get married? What you know? Hello. I want to get married, okay? Okay, but I mean that's not point. Okay, that's a side joke. Okay, ketawa lah. Okay, but that's about my story. You can actually listen to it more. Can I see it? Yeah. You can listen to it more in my podcast. Okay, you can look for Ivan Ong's podcast. Here, Is it here? Okay. So you can look it there. You can see the link later. So, promote. Okay, but that's about my story. I really thank God for where I am now, and again, really honored to be here. But I would say one word that really learn to honor, because someone created you with full of honor, and your purpose is to also honor yourself and honor others. That's where you learn to really understand love.
Wow, thank you so much, Russ. Thank you so much, Ivan. I mean, testimony is always a great way to, listen to someone, or being able to know that as humans you make mistakes. As human you are allowed to fall, you're allowed to break down and everything. But remember to get back up.
Yeah.
Get back up, pick yourself up. Surround yourself with great friends.
Yes.
Great friends, people who motivate and support you, and this all comes back again to honoring yourself, honoring the people around you, and you remind yourself that you play a role in your life. It's either your daughter in your family or the son in your family, and those people who always feel like they are not accepted or they feel rejection every single time in their life, wake up. There's someone who actually appreciate you, but you're not able to open that door yet because you feel that hurt that you went through, and you are, I can say, closing doors, closing walls and everything, and you're not, confident enough to open it back up.
Yeah.
So I love it that we get to use this episode to actually remind our audience out there that self-worth is important. Okay? Self-worth is something that we use in everyday life.
Yeah.
And as soon as we pull it out, or as soon as we take it out of the box of the picture and the frame, the whole world is just going to crumble.
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe that when we do put self-worth into the picture, we can see a very beautiful change. I won't say a 360 change, like wow, okay, today, okay, terus but I will tell you there will be something in your life that will be changing. Because your mindset is changing.
Yeah. Step by step. Yeah.
Exactly, step by step. I think right now we just want to talk about what is your last advice you want to give to the younger generation out there.
Last advice. I would say this in Bahasa Sarawak lah. I will ask you, the viewers, even ourselves, even myself, okay, berapa harga kau? How much are you worth? Because it's very important that you know how much you are worth, that you do not demand more, but when you learn to honor yourself and learn that honor will come to worth, then you will know your worth, then you will not demand anything else. So, how much is your price? How much are you worth? It's you pula, no, it's not it's you, but are you really are you really looking at yourself and knowing that this is this is my worth, this is my price. Yeah, not saying to sell yourself, but because our generation right now, it's so easy to sell everything, and I mean everything, even love, even our life, even virginity, so how much are you worth? Are you really worth to go to that? Or are you really seeing yourself as worthy? So it's along that line. Yeah, berapa harga kau? Jadi juga bunyi macam ya, berapa harga kau? Bayarlah.
I mean, when it comes to English terms, I mean, it's just asking you a question. What's your worth? When people ask you these questions, it's more about, do you appreciate yourself? Feeling appreciate yourself enough to be out there, or and also trying to keep yourself in that your own boundaries. How do you put yourself out there is how you're going to be the rest of your life. And every step matters. Every journey matters, and that's such a great reminder. Thank you so much. I really love this answer. So, I mean, do you guys have any other advice you guys want to give to the younger generations out there? So yeah, maybe your point of view.
From me, myself, because I'm still accepting, like we try to accept ourselves day by day, every day. So for people out there, especially young generations, tak payah like compete with others. Just be yourself. I mean, not be like really be yourself, but try to get out from your comfort zone. Try to get out and meet people. There's a lot of people out there you actually maybe and will have the same mindset with you. Like you can share everything with people out there. So jangan terjebak lah dengan IG or Facebook or everything. Don't look at pictures, everything they share. Banyak lagi yang kamu boleh perbarui every day, and banyak yang kamu boleh improve yourself to make you be more confident and be more your mindset will be, oh, I'm worth it. Today I wake up and I think, oh, I have a beautiful eyes, I have beautiful hair, something that you can puji diri.
The little things in life.
Yeah. Because like we said, waking up with a purpose, it's like waking up with something good about yourself, so you can accept yourself. Yeah, it's a very important thing for the reminder for the young generations. Tak payah terburu-buru,
Yeah,
that's all.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's something good.
Alright, yeah. So today's topic is really fruitful, guys. I feel like it's really helping us to understand and getting each other's ideas and projection today. And thank you guys for listening. So I guess all I can say now is stay tuned to the next following episode, which is episode 3. We do not know yet. Do we have a guest or anything like this? But stay tuned and be excited, right? And other than that, I also like to remind again that my brother right here has an awesome podcast as well on Spotify. Okay, check it out. It's gonna be right here or maybe somewhere else. We don't know where it's gonna be, but yeah, get excited for that as well. I guess that's all from us today, guys. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much and see you next time.